Welcome to Coong Animals. Dive into the wild world of amazing creatures with us. Today, we're going to explore a magnificent and powerful animal, the rhinoceros. Many of us may have heard about rhinos, but not everyone knows about their diversity and the fascinating stories surrounding them. The rhino is one of the largest land mammals, second only to the elephant. Perhaps the most remarkable feature is their prominent horn. A rhino's horn is not made of bone, but of keratin, the same material that makes up our nails and hair. Unfortunately, rhino horns are being hunted for use in medicine and jewelry, although there is no scientific proof of its medicinal value. Rhinos have a massive, powerful body with thick, rough skin. Have you noticed that their skin often appears gray or light brown, sometimes with scars or wrinkles? Rhino skin is very thick, ranging from 1.5 to 5 cm, providing protection from bites by predators like lions or leopards. Rhinos are herbivores. In the wild, they spend much of their time eating and resting. Depending on the species, each rhino has its own food preferences. Another interesting point is that rhinos have very poor eyesight. However, they have highly developed senses of smell and hearing. If any unfamiliar scent appears, they can detect it quickly and respond. Rhinos reproduce slowly. Typically, a female will give birth to only one calf per litter, and the interval between births is usually 2 to 4 years. Newborns weigh around 40–60 kg and are completely dependent on their mothers for the first few years of life. Female rhinos are highly protective of their young, and a mother rhino will fight any animal, even a lion, to defend her calf. Did you know that there are currently only 5 species of rhinos in the world? These include the white and black rhinos in Africa, and the Indian, Javan, and Sumatran rhinos in Asia. But their populations are dwindling, with some species having only a few dozen individuals left in the wild. This is truly an alarming number. First, let's learn about the white rhino. Despite its name, the white rhino is actually pale gray. Its name comes from the Dutch word wieged, meaning wide, referring to its wide mouth. White rhinos are the largest species of rhino, weighing up to 2,300 kilograms, and primarily inhabit grasslands and savannas in southern Africa. There are 2 main subspecies, the southern white rhino and the northern white rhino. However, the northern white rhino is now very rare and nearly extinct. Next, we have the black rhino. Although named black, black rhinos are actually dark gray. They are smaller than white rhinos, typically weighing between 900 and 1,400 kilograms. Black rhinos have a distinctive pointed, triangular upper lip, which helps them easily grasp leaves. They primarily inhabit arid lands, semi-deserts, and grasslands in eastern and southern Africa. Moving to Asia, we have the Indian rhino, also known as the greater one-horned rhino. They look like they're wearing armor, with thick skin and large folds. Indian rhinos primarily live in the tall grasslands and swamps of India and Nepal. This is the second largest rhino species after the white rhino, with an average weight between 2,200 and 3,000 kilograms. The Indian rhino has a single horn and symbolizes strength and resilience. Now, let's talk about the Javan rhino. This is one of the rarest and most critically endangered rhino species. Currently, there are only about 60 Javan rhinos left, primarily in Ujung Kulon National Park on the island of Java, Indonesia. Javan rhinos have a single horn and skin with folds similar to the Indian rhino, but they are smaller, usually weighing between 900 and 2,300 kilograms. Lastly, but not least, we have the Sumatran rhino. This is the smallest and also one of the most critically endangered rhino species. Sumatran rhinos are unique for their sparse body hair, making them stand out from other rhino species. They primarily live in the dense forests of Sumatra and Borneo. Sumatran rhinos typically weigh between 500 and 800 kilograms and have 2 horns. Their population is declining rapidly due to habitat loss and poaching. As mentioned, all rhino species worldwide are facing the threat of extinction, mainly due to poaching and habitat loss. Poaching is alarmingly high, especially in Africa, where poachers can sell rhino horns for huge prices on the black market. Currently, international conservation organizations and many countries have made strong efforts to protect rhinos. Some methods include tracking, monitoring through technology, and relocating rhinos to protected areas. At the end of this video, I'd like to share a few interesting stories. Have you heard about the northern white rhino, a species almost entirely extinct? There are only 2 female northern white rhinos left in the world, and they can no longer reproduce. This has driven scientists to develop in vitro fertilization and cell cloning technologies to save this rhino species. These are amazing human efforts in the battle to conserve wildlife. Hopefully, with greater understanding and conservation efforts, rhinos won't become a sad chapter in history. We need to understand and take action to protect them. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Coong Animal to discover more fascinating animals. Goodbye and see you next time.